Hey guys, it's Diva here, and today's video is another installment of what I've learned from the French. And today's video is all about the art of seduction. And I was gonna try to be very like, ooh la la, like today and kind of va va voom and, with the boobs out and everything to show seduction. But I realized, that's not what seduction is. A. B. I was just really in like a more chill kind of mood, and also I think that's what's so funny. Like when we think of seduction, that's the first thing we think of. We think of red lips, we think of the fake eyelashes, we think of the form-fitting dress, and we think of all these ideas, these like standard like stereotypes basically come up. And what I love about the French culture when it comes to this subject of seduction is that it's not about that. I mean, if you really think about it, think about like major femme fatales, like French ones, You really can't really think of a femme fatale because they're not really, like, I know I'm talking about in the traditional sense of someone like a Sophia Loren, and mostly when you think of those bombshell types, you think of Italian women, if any, type of woman. And what I love about a French woman is that she can be in a t-shirt and jeans and walk in a room and still be the most alluring and seductive and just mesmerizing, and fascinating woman in the room. And even though there'll be girls that are like, oh, but like, with everything all out, the French girl will still walk out with the most numbers, like it's just something about it. And I was like, gosh, like what is it then? If it's not that they're the most beautiful, they're not the tallest, they may be the thinnest in the room, but what is it that makes them so alluring and so seductive? So what I've gathered and things that I've kind of taken from this philosophy is that, first of all, seduction is a mindset. That's where it starts. It's not about all that other stuff is kind of secondary. It's about a mindset. If you feel strong and sexy and seductive in your mind, all of that will come out no matter what you have on. You can seduce anyone, and no matter what you're wearing. And I've seen it happen because I know there are times we've all been out, we've all been judgy-wudgy, and you see a hot guy or a hot girl, or you see the person they're with, and you're like, how the hell did he bag her, or how the hell did she get him? You're like, that doesn't make sense. I'm more this, I'm more that, and how come I'm single, and how come my boyfriend doesn't look like that, or doesn't do that for me, and so on and so on. So I think it's all about it's a mindset. It's you think you can, so you can. And I think that's a great theory in life, and especially when it comes to the art of seduction. And something else is that, just speaking from just the intellectual, we kind of touched on that about using your mind and being a woman of mystery. That helps too, being aloof. You don't give it all away in the beginning. You make him want it. You make him beg for it. You make him earn it. And that, if you don't watch Scandal, that was a little thing on Scandal when she told Mr. President, was trying to get at her, she's like, if you want me, you earn me. And that's the kind of mentality you need to have, is that the other person needs to earn you. Why should you just give everything away? Did they earn it? No. Make them work, honey. And something else as well along those lines of just, it's a brain. It's also stimulating conversation. It's also the art of flirting. Now, flirting has gotten such a bad rap because the problem is everyone thinks, just like with seduction's got a bad rap, they think seduction and flirting, when you do that, it's because you want to get the other person in bed. That's not necessarily true. I flirt with people that I do not want. No. I flirt with men, I flirt with women, I flirt with children, I flirt with animals, I flirt with my parents, I flirt with grandparents, uncles, aunts, you name it, teachers, I will flirt with them. And this is not in like a, oh my god, she's so slutty. Like, I don't physically touch them. It's nothing like seedy like that. But flirting is all about making the other person feel good. There's nothing wrong with being flirty. And I think that we lose that. Flirt with everyone, it's fun. Now, be careful how you do it, because there are times where if you take it too far, somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend, be like, you talking to my man, you talking to my girl. We don't want that kind of situation. I just mean, make the other person feel good. Like, oh my god, I love the top you're wearing. That's flirting. You don't think it is. You think it's just paying compliments, I guess, if you don't like grasp that. But paying a compliment to someone, or just being like I'm someone, I just go, hey doll. I call everyone doll. Like, hey sweetie. Like, do it naturally for you. Like, if it's like, hello doll, if it doesn't feel natural and it sounds weird and people are like, okay, you've never called me doll in the 20 years I've known you, why are you calling me doll? Like, if it's like weird for you, don't do it. Do what's comfortable for you. Not everyone, I don't call people honey, like that's not my thing. But some people are like, hey babe, hey honey, to strangers, to people. Hey, I say darling a lot. I'm a darling and I'm a sweetie darling. I'm a darling and I'm what's the other one I just said? Doll. That's more my thing. But little cutesy words like that. And it's not, and I don't want to say cutesy, because the French women are not, they're not going to be, hello, darling. But, you know, you're just like, oh, chérie. You know what I mean? It's just all, it's just being playful, I think is what I'm trying to convey. It's just, it's a playfulness that I think, for good reason in the society, because some people I know got into a lot of trouble, and, like, some things can get started. So I'm saying, please be mindful when you're flirting and being playful. It's just being nice. Like, I'm someone, and this is my style. You know, I'm not the girl that's like, oh my god, like, whatever. Like, that's not flirting or being seductive. Some girls, that works for them. I'm someone, I like to give people a hard time. Like, that's my flirting. That's me being seductive. I think that's more of the French way, because it's so easy just to be like, oh, he's hot, let me just, he's hot. Especially if the guy's hot, I especially give him a hard time, because he's not used to that, for one. And two, I just think to see what he brings, because it's also what I'm getting out of it. It's not just to make the other person feel good and like what they're getting from me, but what am I getting from this other person? And by getting, it's not like a monetary thing. What can he do for me? You don't pay my bills. I mean, getting as far as I'm personally looking for someone that I can converse with, someone I have shared interests with. So it's like I kind of try to gauge them with my sarcasm, and if they pick up on it, if they're quick about it and they give it back to me, I'm like, oh my god, I love you. If they're like not so quick but they laugh, I'm like, okay, you're still nice. If they're just like, you know, it's like, check, bye, see you later, because you know, and then I know he's not my vibe, he's not gonna get it, because I'm like this all the time. So you know, that's basically me. So I think a lot of French women are like that. They're not, this is not like seducing a man, it's in your mind. So it's just being cheeky with him, like giving him a hard time, like, really, did you really just say that? Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, and I mean joking, I'm not talking, don't talk crap. And like, you know, it's funny, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember that it was like really popular when it was like those shows about how to get nerdy guys to date girls. It was called the neg. When you tell a girl or whatever, something negative about her, just think about it, as girls, you always remember the guy that talked crap. I'm always like that. Like, I'll be with the group and this guy's on me, I'm like, and his friend will be like, please, she ain't nobody. And I was like, what? Who are you? What's his story? Why do you think I'm anybody? What's, you know what I mean? It's something about being, I know it's such a stupid thing about being a girl, but it's like, you're just like, what? I can't believe you said that. Oh my god. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like we're using, it's my own way of negging, but it's not like saying something derogatory or like, oh, who are you? Kind of thing. Like, I don't do that, because that always comes off a little, you know. But it's more so in the sense of just being cheeky and being fun and teasing. It's like, there's all this playful teasing. I'm talking about light stuff. So I'm not trying to go steal people's boyfriends and flirt and start giving people the eye because you're flirting with everyone. Like, nothing creepy like that. But you actually flirt more than you think. You just don't think of it as flirting. Like, when you see a cute puppy, you go up to, oh my god, you're so cute. You're little. I mean, don't do that to like another human. But you know what I mean? The fact that you go and you're playing and being playful and sweet. When you see a little kid, you're like, oh, you're so sweet, and you talk to them, and you know what I mean? That's a form of flirting. We just don't think about it because it'd be creepy to think about, I'm flirting with a 4-year-old right now. I'm flirting with a puppy. Like, that's a little odd. But it really is a form of flirting and just being playful. And I think that is something that we've lost the art of, is just flirting and having fun, and, you know, it's seductive. And I feel like I've kind of gotten off a little bit on the flirting side, kind of bring it back to more the seducing French way of doing it. It's more of, like I said, kind of the way I do it with, it's about connecting with someone on an intellectual level, and it's also about just being aloof and alluring. And I, you know, the funny thing, guys, is if you really think about all the videos I've done so far, it's, if you put them all together, that is how a French woman seduces a man. With beauty and fashion was the first video, right? That is just about, you know, putting yourself up, because let's be honest, men are visual creatures, so you want to look presentable. So that's beauty and brains. The other one was about being a woman of mystery, having mystery about you, and that's what they love. A man wants to find out more. If you give it all to him in the beginning, you will never see him again. And you can take that any way you want, what you're giving him. Take that as you may, but it is the truth. I have a lot of guy friends. I have a brother. They tell me all the time, like, yeah, I was interested, and then, it got too serious, or she did this, and she's, whoa, man, slow down. You know what I mean? Like, they just want little at a time, and it makes them come back for more. So you want that just to remain mysterious. And we've gone over that. If you don't remember, watch that video as a refresher. The other video was about brains, and that's something else. A French woman rarely uses her body to seduce a man. It's all about her mind. So it's really how you approach the situation. It's really what you feel about yourself, and how it comes off to the guy, and what you're bringing to the table. Because you have to remember, you have to be bringing something to the table, obviously, for someone to want it, but make sure the other person is bringing something for you to want to give them something. And again, when I'm saying giving, I hope it's not monetary, and I'm talking about physical. I just mean, your time. Like, your time is precious, their time is precious. So if this person's worth your time, then, show them your best side. And if they're worth your time, then they're going to want to find out more about you. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope I'm making sense. I think I'm making sense. But yeah, so I mean, the art of seduction, I know when you probably saw this title, you thought it was going to be lingerie. Yes, of course, French women and lingerie go hand in hand. I'm someone, I love lingerie, and I can tell you a little bit about that, because that is important. I think good lingerie, it does put you in the right mindset, because I know not everyone, you can take these ideas and, like, I'm going to go be cheeky and sarcastic and funny and interesting and alluring all at once. You're like, oh my God, like, where do you start? So I think sometimes it just starts with good lingerie. Like, it's the foundation of any wardrobe, and it just makes you feel good. Like, I always feel sexy when I have nice lingerie, and I wear nice lingerie every single day. I don't save it for any special occasion or for anyone, because I just find that ridiculous. And that was in the Joie de Vivre video, about just enjoying life and little pleasures for yourself, that it should be everyday enjoyment, not just for special occasions. So you can check that. So you can kind of see basically all these videos have they've kind of come together to make this video about seduction. If you kind of put all the elements together, that's the secret to seduction, really, especially a French woman's seduction, because there's always the obvious way, like show some cleavage and do your hair like this, and men like red nails and they like this scent, you know what I mean? That's fine, all well, but if you're really looking for someone of substance, which I think everyone is, then I think that you need to approach it differently. And that's what I love about the French women in general, and why I wanted to do the series, because I just love their take on things, and because they really, like, I'm in love with French women, and I'm straight, but like, I'm obsessed with French women because they're so alluring, because they just have it down and they just know. And even if they don't think they know, they pretend that they do. They fake it till they make it. So now we do. Like, other women are obsessed with French women as well. And the French women I know French people are like, well, I don't really get why. You know what I mean? They don't think they're anything special, but it's like, it's because they fake it till they make it. So sometimes that is something too. And just fake it till you make it. And, lingerie is going back to that, because this is a fashion, beauty, whatever, channel, whatever. Lingerie is important. I know it's very important to French women. So is perfume. These little things, you may think it's silly, but it does help. It really puts you in the right mindset. And it's just something nice to do for yourself. And yeah, but like I said, the seduction for French women, it's not just boobs. It's not just a form-fitting top. It's not just lingerie. Those things are great, but it's about your mind. It's about what you're bringing to the table, because men love women who, honestly, think about it as from a girl's perspective. If you met a guy who liked shopping with you, like thought that was, oh, you like to go shopping, sweetie, go for it, who liked your favorite TV shows, who was supportive of you, who was good looking, who was charming, who was nice, was well met, he had all these traits, you'd be like, oh my God, like, guess what? Guys like the same thing. I think sometimes we always feel like, oh, he just likes the hot chick. Of course he does. We all want someone hot. Like, we're not, in the world, we all are going to be attracted to good looking people. But at the end of the day, that's not who you want to be with. Like, trust me. At the end of the day, that can't be the only reason why you're with this person, because of looks. It never works. Even if you're with them for like 5 years, you're 6, you're going to realize this is not working because you're just good looking. I have nothing to talk to you about. But I like, if I found someone who likes good literature, who loves good movies, who likes art, you know what I mean? Like, and he's good looking, and he's sweet, and he's nice, and he's supportive, and he's creative. Oh, and he happens to be really gorgeous. Like, that's what we want. And so I think that's what you should be trying to work towards. And it's just being a multifaceted person. It's more than looks, guys. I think looks are so easy. It's so easy. Anyone could just do their makeup. Anyone can, even you take the most plain looking person, you can zhuzh them up and make them the most beautiful, like Miss America. But that doesn't mean that she's going to seduce every man in the room. And we've seen it. You've seen so many girls, have you seen, with the hottest guys, and you're like, how the hell did she get him? Like, you wonder. This is why, because first of all, she's confident. That's another thing about French women. They're very confident. Also, you know yourself. Also, you know what you're bringing to the table, and you know you're more than your looks. Like, even if you're the most beautiful woman in the world, you know I am more than this. And even if you're not the most beautiful, you're still more than that. So I think that's something I'm kind of going on and on, but that's just really something I'm kind of harping on, because that's what it is, folks. Like, that's what it is. It's, you want someone, and you want to be a person who's multifaceted, that's bringing so much to the table. And that's really the art of seduction, is that it's, yes, you want something and you're giving something, but what we're wanting, what we're giving is not what you think. Like, that's obvious. People think I'm talking about sex. Like, you're giving sex with the boobs and all this stuff, and you want sex. It's kind of duh. Like, that's the subtext, is sex. It always is. It's obvious. But what's more than that? And that's what I think French women, they take it to the next level. Because now you have on a little black dress. Now what are you going to do? What you going to say? You know what I mean? You have to have more to back it up. And just like you're looking for the guy that, with your list of 5,000 qualities, guys actually have qualities that they're looking for in a girl too. And looks may be number one, but guess what? Looks are on your list too. Might not be number one, but it's probably on your list. But guess what? Girls get stuck on number one, and they forget that guys have other things on the list as well. So don't deny who you are. Embrace it. You will find someone that will love it. And if you're looking to seduce, and I'm saying seduction, but it's more about just being alluring. And like I said, it's funny to me that when I was thinking about this when I was about to do this video, is that this encompasses everything I've been talking about. I almost feel like I should stop here. I may stop here, and maybe if I get inspired again, I'll continue on with the series. But I think this is a good place to stop for now, because it encompasses everything. Because seducing someone, really real seduction, where you can get someone to do whatever you want, get him wrapped around your finger, honey, is about brains. It's about being alluring. It's about being mysterious. All the things that I've covered in the other videos. So I thought that was kind of interesting when I was doing it. I was like, oh my God, like, it all makes sense. It all comes together. It's like a full circle moment for me. So I'm like, actually, like, whoa, like really excited. Like, oh my God, like, I swear I didn't plan it. I just was doing these videos as they came to me, like, oh, I should talk about that. I should talk about that. So I think it's kind of cool that it kind of came full circle. And, I just, again, harping this, that it's just really, it's too easy. I think the thing, French women, I think, get a bad rap because, oh, she's a B word. She's this. And I think the problem is we make things, especially American women, so easy for guys that no wonder we're like, oh, they're no gentlemen. You know why they're no gentlemen? Because they're no ladies. I mean, I feel like I'm going on a rant here a little bit, but that's what the problem is. There are no ladies. That's why there are no gentlemen. If women acted like, and I'm talking about women in general, these are generalizations, because I am, for one, a lady, and all my friends are ladies, okay? But I'm talking about in general, as women, we have lost that side of us. So now guys have lost that. I mean, why be a gentleman if there are no ladies? Like, for real. And I think that French women get about it because, oh, she's this, but there's, the funny thing, there was a book that came out a few years ago called Why Men Marry Bitches. And it's true, though. They love bitches because she's upfront. And I feel like it's annoying. I mean, I think they use the title to be, like, cheeky to get your attention. But I didn't read the book, per se, but I'm assuming that's why. But I'm someone that, I'm very upfront, but not upfront to, like, dog people out and be derogatory. Because I know people like that in relationships where she talks about her husband all kinds of ways, in front of his face, behind his back, and I'm like, you like him? Damn. Like, the way she runs her mouth. But anyway, that's their business. But up front, it's just like flirting has got a bad connotation, a bad name. When you flirt, or when you're upfront, it's just being honest. Like, I'd rather have someone be honest with me now than waste my time, because time is precious. I think time is so precious. I don't like wasting my time. I don't like wasting other people's time. So if it's not working, I will just tell the person, in a very nice way, it's not working, upfront. But guys like that, because guys don't have, like, sometimes people talk and I'm like, okay, honestly, you have to stop tap dancing around this. What do you want? And that, for some people, that may seem a little diva cop, but I'm like, you clearly want something from me, just ask me. You don't have to do I hate that. I'm always like, oh my God, just tell me what you want. And I know it might seem short, but it's like, I'm very like, okay, what do you want? And I think a lot of guys are like that too. They don't need, I was at work and I'll just like, okay, just what happened? Tell me the story. Mind you, sometimes I still go off on tangents because I'm a girl. It's my DNA, I think. But most of the time I'm pretty like upfront, like, look, let's just kill the nonsense. let's do it. And I think that French women are good about that. No BS. They're very, you know, just like to it. And I'm very much like that. And I know a lot of women that aren't French necessarily that are like that, because there's some French women who aren't like that. But again, I'm just talking about generalizations. And I think that that's just something that we're missing. So ladies, be ladies. And I think that that will change. You know, we've made it so easy for guys, and we made it so easy that like they're bored now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how many, you go to a club, just like think about all those girls in the little dress. You know, you've seen these girls out. They just make it it's just out there. I'm like, that is not seduction. That is actually, that's tacky. That's what that is. That's not seducing. You're not gonna get what you think you want. Like, you think you're gonna get it because I look like this, I look good, and you may have a nice body and you may look great, but you're not gonna get what you want to get, honey. You're gonna end up getting, you know, that guy. So, you know, I think we just made it so easy for them, and that's why I love French women, because they make men work. And we think that these, and I'm not talking about games necessarily, but they make them work for it. Don't give it away. And that makes the men want you more. Like, seriously, ask your brother, ask your, I don't know if I'm going to ask your dad, but ask any man in your life. Like, really ask them, like, do you like a challenge, or do you want a girl that gives you everything? Like, I would be shocked, like, honestly, if they said, oh, I want someone that's just easy. Guys don't like it easy. They think they do, and you think that they do, but they don't. Trust me, they do not. They like a little bit of a challenge, and I'm definitely a challenge, if you couldn't already tell. So, and it's fun, like, because I think that's what it's kind of fun. And you know, I'm kind of going off on this for a bit, so I'm kind of gonna end it here. But I hope you guys kind of got what I'm talking about, and I think I might have tricked you when I said seduction. You're probably like, okay, she's gonna tell me what eyeliner to wear, what lipstick, what bra, and what perfume, and yes, that's all a part of it. And if you continue on with my channel, you'll see that I mentioned these things. And my blog is actually a really good place to check out, because I talk about lingerie. I actually did a piece on lingerie a while ago, so check that on the blog. I'll do stuff on perfume and things like that. The actual, like, you know, whatever, superficial kind of things. But this series is more like something deeper. I wanted to go deeper than just French women do this and they don't do that and they wear perfume and no, you know what I mean? It's so easy. And I'm like, that's the problem. It's just so easy. We've made it so easy for everyone, and that's not seduction. Seduction is a little bit of a challenge. It's a game, and it's fun. When you do it right, it's really, really fun. And I love flirting, and I love meeting new people, and I'm meeting so many amazing guys. Once I like figured it out and stopped trying to be so obvious, like the girls, like, they come to me, up to me. Like, there are girls that are just putting it out there, but they come to me first. And there's a reason why, because they know, like, oh, she's, you know what I mean? And me personally, one of, like, my favorite things, like, I always get a little about is, like, they always say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, so cooking for a man. But I also think if you can make a guy laugh, you got him. Like, honestly, I have been meeting people that I'm like, oh my God, you're, like, amazing. Like, to me, that means more than someone saying you're beautiful. When someone's like, you're so cool, you're so funny, I love being around you. Like, don't you want someone that's going to say these things about you? Like, oh my God, I love being around you. You're an amazing person. And if they think you're beautiful, I mean, that's great too. I don't want people to be like, oh, you're great, but you're so ugly. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice to hear compliments, but I just die. I swoon. My heart swoons a bit when someone says something about my personality, because that's something I feel like I can control. My looks, how I put myself together, I control, but the actual formation of my face, that's between God and my parents. That's nothing to do with me. But when someone's like, hey, Diva, you're all a great person, that was on me. So I love that. It means more. And so I think making a guy laugh, that's another trick. And you don't have to be a stand-up comedian. Just honestly, be yourself. A lot of the times, that's all it is being yourself. And it'll just happen, guys. And to me, that is the real art of seduction. It's using your mind. Boobs are great. I have boobs. They're awesome. But it takes more than that. Trust me. And I've really seen a shift, especially when I've been going out. The guys that approach me now, it's just, and they're also really good looking. And I just want to throw that in there. It's a little shallow, I know. Looks aren't the most important thing, but it does help when the guy's funny and amazing and he's really hot too. That ain't bad. So I've noticed that too. I'm getting so much play from like some really good, like, you know, it's been fun. So yeah, so just definitely think about that. And I also wanted to say, I mean, I'm speaking specifically from my very heterosexual point of view, but I mean, I think we're more alike than different personally. So I don't see why this couldn't work for someone who's gay or who's in a lesbian relationship. I mean, you guys let me know. I'm not lesbian, I'm not gay or anything, but I feel like seduction is seduction. Like, I flirt with gay guys all the time. Like, they're actually, if you're a girl and you don't know how to flirt with a guy, flirt with the gay guy first. They're the best, because they will give it to you right back, and I love that. But you gotta be quick, honey. They are so quick, so you gotta be quick. Get with it. But yeah, so flirting is fun. Just be safe about it. Just kind of take the tips from the other videos. I don't want to keep talking about it, but you know, the other videos I think give you hints and ideas. I think kind of just put it all together. Seduction, ladies, is more than your boobs, and it's more than what you look like. It's your mind frame. It's what you're putting out there, and just, you know, you got it. It's once you, I feel like if you watch all the videos and you kind of listen to this and put it all together, hopefully it'll click, and then it'll make sense, because it kind of clicked for me recently, and I'm serious. Like, the people I'm meeting are so amazing, and I'm just, yeah, happy. But anyway, all right, so guys, so like I said, I think I'm gonna end the series here for now, to be a to be continued kind of thing, just because I feel like I've come full circle. But if I get inspired by more French things, or maybe it'll be what I learned from British women, maybe it'll just be like, let me just go around the world, because I think British chicks are awesome. And actually, my personality is more English than French. Just my philosophy, the way I look at things, is more of a French perspective. But the way I am, a little cheeky, I'm a little, you know, my sense of humor, I'm a bit sardonic, I'm a little this, I'm a little dry, I've been told a lot of things, but a lot of people think I'm British because of the way I act. And yeah, and that's, you know, maybe something you can steal from British girls, like the cheeky, quick-witted, like fun, you know, like hey, got you kind of thing. Guys eat that crap. They love that stuff. Trust me. Give a guy a hard time. I guess if there's any takeaway from all of this, if you want to give him a hard time. Don't be evil. Don't be mean and talk crap. I'm talking about just tease him a little bit. You know, we all know how to tease someone. Like fun teasing, like fun teasing. I think we all know. So yeah. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. And I just wanted to say that and this video is kind of long, but I don't care. It's my channel. I can do whatever the hell I want. I just want to say thank you for those who stuck through this whole long video, for one. And for those of you who've reached out to me, I've gotten so many messages about this series, and so many people love it. And I've had, like, you don't understand, so much. I was so excited to start this series, and I've had so much fun. And just thank you guys. All the kind words really meant a lot. And I love, you can see it's just something I'm really passionate about, this subject, and just being a woman. And I might save that for another video, because it's a lot happening in my life right now, and I'm just so blessed. I'm so happy, and I'm just so grateful. And it's really nice, and it really does mean a lot. I know I don't have like 5 million followers, but for those of you who've been here since the beginning, who've been following me and who've stuck through, just thank you so much. Like, doing it for you guys. We might just be us forever. We might get more people. I really could care less. I am grateful for every little comment, like anything I get. So I do read them, and thank you guys so much for everything. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you guys next time. All right. Au revoir.